for intro.
Today's topic.
They came in like Chet you.
On today's slate.
Chet you betcha.
On today's slate, we got Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless.
Bro, you sound like the black dude from Family Guy. It's raining sideways.
Oh, the Ollie, the weatherman. Ollie, the weatherman.
Let's take it to Ollie. It's raining sideways. Well, Ollie, thanks for that report.
Oh,
right, you
know, Family Guy coming back. They're coming back officially to Adult Swim.
I seen it.
Coming back officially. That's gonna be interesting. I'm excited. I love Family Guy. But no, today's topic, guys, we're gonna talk about Stephen A. Smith. He was sitting down on the podcast with Cam. I see you point, I point. We can't both point. Somebody got to point. You gonna point? Okay, you gonna point. You gonna be the point guy.
Bro, I was just
I know. I'm just saying I was, but then we was both looking like Spider-Man.
That's energy though, bro.
I'm Peter Parker. You Miles Morales?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Like damn.
Emoji Peter.
You just fucked up the whole. I'm gonna just stand like this, man.
Nah, you can point. I was just saying we both couldn't be.
Why not? It's our shit.
That's a good point. It is our shit.
Yeah.
Back to you guys. But no, today's topic we're gonna talk about Stephen A. Smith. He sat down with Cameron on Cameron's podcast. I guess it would be a podcast for Cameron because he does his own shit now. He got the shit with him and Cam. It is what it is, and he has his own podcast now. I think it's called what's it called? Come Talk With Me. Yeah, I think it's called Come Talk.
The one with Mace?
No, that's the one with Mace. With Mace and Stat Baby, it is what it is. Cameron has his own, same studio, but he has his own where he interviews people. So he interviewed 50 the other day.
He's had Shador and them on that too.
Yeah, where it's just him. It's just him. But he sat down with Stephen A. Smith and he talked to Stephen A. about Skip Bayless. Let's see what they talked about.
Let's say a surgeon, even though you was on ESPN way before First Take, and you took a hiatus from there, came back, ended up on First Take.
Right.
It was with Skip.
Yep.
Now you're on there with Shannon, who was formerly with Skip on FS1. What is your relationship with Skip Bayless today?
I don't have one.
Okay.
He said that kind of quick, didn't he? I don't have one. I don't have one. And straight face. I don't have one.
That's not.
But that kind of lets you know where he's at with
temperature in that room is still hot, bro.
Yeah, it kind of lets you know where he's at. Because a couple of years ago, you could tell that Stephen A. was still, I guess you want to say, thankful.
Yeah.
For the Skip shit, and I think he still is, but I think his tone is kind of like now he's like, I'm the big dog now.
Yeah.
Like where Skip was about 7, 8, 10 years ago, he was the guy. Stephen A's like, I'm that dude now. So I don't need you. I don't want nothing from you. I reached out. We don't have one.
Say that shit fast as hell.
Because that's what I was going to ask you. Real quick, I actually seen when, I can't remember exactly what it was, but Skip Bayless was going through something, and I guess I don't know if it's the Shannon Sharp shit or what happened, but I remember you reached out to him. You said on your podcast he didn't pick up the phone for you, and you was like, I tried. So that's why I was asking where you guys at today.
There's nothing. I have nothing bad to say. I'm eternally grateful to Skip Bayless, who brought me on First Take, as Shannon has articulated about himself as well. Because you should never forget somebody that gave you that opportunity. You really, really shouldn't.
Right.
And when I say we don't have a relationship, it's not anything negative from my end.
Right.
It's me letting you know, yo, bro, I picked up the phone on several occasions and called him.
Right.
He never called me back.
Right.
And so, to me, if you that kind of person, that doesn't make you bad. It just means that we can't vibe, because I'm going to answer a call.
Right.
I'm going to answer a call. There's nothing, I got a lot of people over the last year or two that have really, really pissed me off.
Right.
I'm picking up the phone if they call.
Right.
There's only one person that I won't pick up the phone for. Everybody know who that person is. That no good, sorry ass. Everybody knows who that is. I don't have to say his name.
Right.
Who do you think that one person is he won't pick up the phone for?
It's either LeBron or KD.
No. I think it's Max. I think no. I take it back.
He the answer for Max.
No, I don't think that it's Max. I think it might be Jalen Rose. I think it might be Jalen Rose, bro.
Because
it sounds
him and Molly's relationship.
No, not necessarily, but you got to think. Jalen Rose and Stephen A, they're like the same person, but on the same coin. So they're going to articulate well. They're going to speak knowledgeable about certain topics, basketball per se, but they're not going to be the same side. You know what I mean? Like Jalen's going to be more so, he's going to always lean towards the bros. Always. No matter what, any type of say, he's going to play that type of card. Not saying anything is wrong with that, but that's his stance. Stephen A is going to play the more corporate side.
Yeah.
This is how it's done, corporate business. Like, I don't care if you black, white, orange, whatever. This is how it's done. This is how it needs to be done. Blase, blase, blase. Jalen's always going to look to go to bat for the brothers. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. That's his position. Mm-hmm. Even though there's not been a huge, I guess, story about it, or people haven't touched on it a lot about Jalen and Stephen A's relationship, watching from afar, I feel like you can kind of tell, like, if Jalen was to have to pick between Max and Stephen A, he's going with Max.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
I can see that.
And I can see Stephen A, knowing how he feels, being like, hey, bro, like, I thought we was maybe cool, maybe a little bit cooler. And it just seems like that once Jalen left ESPN, it just seems like he's been quoted as saying some things. He might have said some little slick stuff here and there. And it just seems like him and Stephen A don't rock with each other. But out of respect, because Stephen A does still work with Molly, and even though Molly and Jalen Rose aren't together no more, they probably still have some form of, contact. Maybe they still talk or whatever. So maybe they went to business, or maybe they got some property somewhere. Like, out of respect, because you deal with her and I deal with her, we're not going to take it there. We don't want it to be awkward for her.
Well, I mean,
but
if that is,
I don't fuck with you.
If that is,
he don't fuck with me.
I don't see how it couldn't be awkward for her. But
well, yeah, but I'm saying I don't want to be awkward for her publicly. Like, if me and you throwing jabs at each other publicly, and then I'm doing a TV show with her, and y'all still in contact, whether it be for property or maybe they got a business together, or maybe, whatever. People that get married, they do that. They got business, they get property, they have a home, they do all type of stuff together. And it's like, even though they might get divorced, they still have to deal with each other for X amount of years or forever, however long they're dealing with each other. So I don't know. I could be wrong. It might be Max, but I feel like on some slick shit, I think it might be Jalen Rose, bro. I think it could. I don't know. I think it could be Jalen Rose.
I don't know who it could be.
Outside of that one human being on the planet Earth,
right?
You understand who I think is the human incarnation of the devil,
right?
Everybody knows. Anybody else calls me, I'm gonna pick up the phone,
right?
And so Skip had his right not to pick up the phone when the whole Shannon thing was going down, and that's fine,
right?
That's his prerogative,
right.
But live with that.
Right.
Do what you got to do.
Right.
That's how you felt it was best. That's why I know Skip better than most. And I know there wasn't malice or malicious intent with him not doing that. He's just a different cat. And he operates, in a different way. I see him operating differently now than he did when he was on TV.
Right, absolutely.
And in terms of, wanting to talk to people more, as opposed to when he see me, I'm always me.
Right.
And so that's not to say, again, anything negative about him, but our relationship goes back too long.
Right.
For me not to get a call from you.
Yeah, exactly.
When I called you.
Exactly.
And so when you made that decision, cool.
Right.
Live with your decision. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope he gets back. Whatever makes Skip happy, I'm hopeful it happens for him. I love his wife, Ernestine, who is an absolutely wonderful woman, and she's diehard Skip all day, every day, as any man would want his wife to be.
Right.
That's who she is.
Right.
And she's a phenomenal woman. I got a lot of love for her, and I will always love Skip, even when I adamantly and emphatically disagree with some of the things he says and does.
Right.
But the part about not calling me back, not answering my call, nah, bro, you anybody that knows me, family included, anybody that knows me, you don't get too many shots with that with me. I don't pick up the phone too often to call you.
Right.
If you don't answer my call, you don't answer my call.
Right. I dig that.
How do you think Skip owed him a call back? Just considering everything that has went on.
Nah. Not one bit. Skip don't owe him shit. Because, I mean, you gotta think. Stephen A. has been very vocal. Mm-hmm. Stephen A. is the king at politely telling somebody to fuck off.
For sure. It's just an art to it.
It's a very
it's art to somebody
and he's like mastered that art.
Yeah.
By telling somebody like, bro, I don't give a damn about you. I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you, none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? Don't call my phone, don't text, bro. Like he's real good at doing that. So saying all that to say, he hasn't saying all that to say he has not warranted a callback or even an answer by the way that he handled what happened between Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless, and then also what happened, and then what he had his side to say about it based on what Skip had to say. So it's just like, bro, like how you gonna get mad because he ain't answer the phone? Like y'all was both throwing jabs at each other publicly in that sense, and y'all was both low blowing each other, even though you did it in a more articulated way and you did it more corporate. Like you corporately cussed him out on national television, on your podcast, on First Take. And you know what I'm saying? On Twitter, on Instagram, all of that shit. You did it. You went about it how you went about it. So if I'm Skip Bayless, I'm looking at it, but I'll probably look at my phone like, the fuck he calling for? Like, bro, what? And then who's to say that Skip Bayless really wasn't busy and just like, bro, I just never got back around to calling.
That's a bad excuse. I'm busy. No,
it's not a bad excuse, bro. They all grown. At the end of the day,
it is.
They both grown men.
For sure.
Neither one of them have to answer the phone for the other one.
I don't think he was saying you have to answer exactly when I call. He's just saying, bruh.
Yeah, but he sounds more so like he's pissed off because he never called back to see what he wanted.
Yes.
Who cares?
Bro, if we worked on TV worked on TV for almost a decade.
Bruh. You heard what he said at the beginning of the conversation. You was Skip Bayless school? Absolutely not.
Because
absolutely not.
But I don't.
But he said that even before we heard about this phone call that was made.
No, but I think
he said, "I don't want nothing to do with Skip Bayless. I don't care about him. Do I wish him well? Yes." He's openly admitted this and said this on his podcast, on First Take, all of that shit.
But that was
so then for you to try to extend an olive branch after the fact, that's crazy.
I
had them folk on TikTok thinking I'm wild again.
No, but I wholeheartedly believe though, bro. I feel like Stephen A. reached out to Skip when the Shannon shit happened. I 1000% believe, not saying exactly when it happened, but before Shannon per se came over, I'm pretty sure he reached out to Skip, like tried to see what was going on, what happened, how was he to work with, and Skip might have deaded it. I don't want to talk to you because you got to think, bro. The way how First Take was Skip Bayless' show. Everybody knows. Started out Cold Pizza. It went from Cold Pizza to become the First Take. Everybody fell in love with Skip Bayless debating Stephen A. Smith. Contrary to belief, it was, I don't want to say it was a race thing, but it was a race thing. You got a white guy debating a black guy. You got Skip, who's extremist on his position. If Skip says that chair is purple, you can't convince him that chair is not purple. No matter what. That is what he says, and he's going to live and die by that. Stephen A. is going to look at it and feel like that is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. And you cannot sit up here and try to convince us that chair is purple. It's clearly brown or gray, whatever fuck color it is. But I can't see people. You know what I'm saying? But my point is,
I know you specifically talking about this chair. Golly.
But my point is, you got those two opposite sides. You know what I'm saying? You got those two sides that they're never going to agree.
Yeah.
That's what made the show great. So now you transition from it being the Cold Pizza to like the little round table shit. Now it's centered around these two, arguing about different topics. It was like a 2-hour version of Pardon the Interruption. You got the old white guy with the old black guy.
But I mean, all that don't even matter now, bro.
No. Now it doesn't matter. But when the show was starting, it mattered.
Of course it mattered because that's what elevated both of them.
Look, this is my show. If I'm Skip Bayless, First Take is my show. I call the shots. I'm the one that's telling you, nah, get that moderator, get Kerry Champion out of here and bring in somebody else. I'm the one, I'm pulling the shots. Stephen A is my Robin. I'm Batman. I'm driving the boat.
Bro,
So when ESPN is renewing the contracts and I'm telling them, hey, I want XYZ. And ESPN's telling me, shit, we got Stephen A. Smith. And I'm Skip Bayless. So I'm like, the fuck you mean you got Stephen A. Smith? I'm Skip Bayless.
Does this remind you of something, though?
Oh.
Don't this remind? It should remind you of something.
What?
Jay-Z and Dame. Exactly.
Yes, to an extent. To an extent. But what I'm saying is,
to get something off the ground, bro, and
for
then
sure.
they go behind closed doors and then they decide to change everything and leave you out.
It was a little bit more to it. It's
the same instance.
Yeah, but Dame is at fault more than what he would like to admit when it comes to the downfall of Rockefeller and shit like that. But that's a whole other topic.
Well, Skip.
But this is what I'm saying. We built this together. Even though it was always Skip's show, Skip needed Stephen A. But at the same time, Stephen A needed Skip because Stephen A wasn't on TV. Stephen A was almost out the industry. Stephen A lost his show on ESPN that, quite frankly. He was done at ESPN. Skip went to them and said, I'm not doing this show if you don't bring him here.
Yeah.
ESPN looked at Skip like, shit, we think it's going to work. He said he needs Stephen A. Smith. We're going to go with Stephen A. Smith. And look at where they are now. So if I'm Skip Bayless when I'm renewing my contract and you telling me when I come to you, hey, man, we don't want this amount of money. And you telling me that shit, we don't need you because Joe Robin, we feel like Joe Robin, we can get him for cheaper. He's going to do more because he's going to do NBA. He's going to travel, all this shit. He's going to do more than just this 2-hour show every day. And we can pay him less. We don't need you. And we'll replace you with somebody younger. And that's when it comes in with the max. So Skip's like, shit, well, I'm going. I'll go to Fox. He links up with Fox, and Fox centered their whole sports talk world around Undisputed. Everything was an Undisputed baby that came out for FS1 for the next 7 years. Everything that came out with, that talk shit, the fucking shit with Nick Wright, all that, everything they came out with was centered around being an Undisputed baby. Period. You bring in Shannon. Undisputed was cool. But it could only get so close to ESPN at First Take. It was never going to be number one. Never going to be number one. So if I'm Skip for 7 years, I'm looking across the pond at something I built and somebody else is eating off the fruits of my labor. And I'm like, bro, I built that. I brick by brick. That's my shit. I'm going to do it over here. And it's never getting quite to what that show is. You're going to feel some type of way, naturally. I totally agree. You're going to feel some type of way about that. But from Stephen A never refuted that Skip played a part. He's like, bro, he did this, he's that, he's a legend. He always gave Skip his flowers. So Stephen A's looking at it like, bro, I just kept it going. Was I supposed to leave with you? Was I supposed to go from ESPN to Fox with you? Why? You didn't have to leave. You chose to leave because you wanted X amount of dollars. They didn't want to give you the money.
So you feel like that? So you saying that because you feel like?
I feel like Skip's beef should be with ESPN, not with Stephen A. That's what I'm saying. I understand you feeling some way about Stephen A. Because fast forward 7 years later, he picks up your ex-co-host, who Skip would tell you that it's Shannon's fault why Shannon was got pushed off the show, but just from watching you, if you got eyes and ears, you can look at it and tell us like, bro, this shit was loading up for over a year. Like, you could tell that the show was on the rocks. Like, every few months, it was always something where it just seems like, bro, they don't really like each other. Like, they might respect each other to a certain extent, but they don't really like each other. They're not going out to dinner. They're not kicking it. They not talk like they only time they talk is
Skip's whole thing is, bro, he just don't want to be outshined. He got outshined by Stephen A. Then you bring Shannon Sharp in, and Shannon Sharp comes in being himself.
And I think that
with
played
the
a
Black
part.
and Miles and the Henny.
I think that played
and then
a part.
they making bets over soda pop and stuff like that.
Which I think
he's on there. Money, but they got the mask on, bro.
Goat mask.
Putting the goat mask on, coming out, muscles out, bro. talking crazy, dressing, killing them in attire too, because bruh suits every suit was crazy, bruh.
Skip show up in them J's,
bruh,
choked up,
bruh.
I can't, bro. Laces, I can't lose in these,
bro. Laces rubbing the ground.
Like he got on constructs. But look,
I can't stand.
But like I think that does play a part because I think he saw Shannon like he's like it's happening again. It's happening again. Like Fox, I can see Fox. I'm getting older.
Like the whole argument that kicked all that shit off. That was crazy. Like the whole. You're retired. You're busted. You can never.
Yeah, told him, put your glasses back on.
Yeah, and we all know what was coming if they was. It was 30 years. 40
boy,
years. Boy, put them glasses back on, boy.
But no, I think Skip was kind of like he got scared, bro. It's almost like you're looking at your TV mortality in the face. It's like. If they were to move on from me, they're going to take him. They're going to move on again. I don't want to get replaced again.
I said even then, I was like, Skip don't need to worry about a show. He just to start a podcast.
But he has one, and it's, I don't want to use the word suck.
If he would have started
but it's not good.
If he would have did that instead of going Undisputed, he would have been straight.
Yes, yeah, but at that time, that wasn't the wave. At the time, it was...
Podcasting was just starting to really take off.
But that's what I'm saying. At that time, it was like... And even still now, if you can get on TV, get on TV. But I think at that time, it was like, I'm going to leave ESPN and go to YouTube. No. Like, now, it's different. It's a whole different ballgame. Like, sponsorships, ads, motherfuckers do it. Stephen A. does it. Like, it's a whole different ballgame. 7, 8, 10 years ago, it's like, no, I'm not going to strictly YouTube. That'd be like that was looked at as career suicide at that time.
Yeah,
it's like Jason Whitlock. He got pushed off TV completely. He had no choice but to go to YouTube.
Yeah,
that was the only place he was going to get his content off because nobody wanted him on TV on their shows. I just think for Skip, I don't think that he should have that type of animosity where he doesn't feel like he can't pick up the phone and have a conversation with somebody who he literally helped, who helped him and who he helped them. They helped each other change the landscape of sports media today. Whether if you agree with how it's done, whether if you hate the debate shows and you hate how it's done, they changed it, bro.
Yeah.
The shows, it was not like this before First Take.
Yeah.
Like they set this shit all the way. I'm talking about, bro, they set it off so much that they were trying to make a replica copycat of it, of music shows. You got Everyday Struggle and shit. Like they tried to recreate it in other lanes for it. Like, and it's hard to do. Like they really have the recipe, the formula, and the sauce. It's like, bro, we can't lose. Like we set the tone. We are the bar. Like if you want to win, come to us. So I just feel like for Skip, I'm like, I don't think your beef should be with Stephen A. because Stephen A. chose to do what's best for him. Just like I don't think necessarily Dame's beef should be with Jay-Z because Jay-Z chose to do what was best for him. If you got a beef with somebody, beef with them executives at Def Jam. Don't beef with the nigga where y'all helped do some shit and y'all could have probably kept doing some shit if you didn't fuck it up.
I get what you're saying, but still at the end of the day, bro, they both grown men.
For sure.
They don't gotta answer the phone for one of
them. For sure. And
Stephen A. shouldn't even be stressing over that.
I don't think he is though. He was asked a question.
He was asked a question, but you can tell, bro, like he been wanting to get that off.
He was asked a question.
He been wanting to get that off.
He was asked a question. So you gonna ask me a question, I'm gonna answer.
And honestly, he could have just left it at, we ain't cool. Absolutely not. He didn't have to go into, bro, I just tried to call him 2 weeks ago.
You make it seem like it was dramatic. You being dramatic with it. Did he not? He didn't say, I tried to call him 2 weeks ago.
He said, let me tell you why, brother. He was like, the olive branch was there.
It was there.
And then I recently just reached out to him about a particular situation and everything. Because that's how he was doing. He was doing like that. And that's how he would do it too. He'd be like, I just reached out to him. That's my Stephen A.
That's that what's the food nigga?
You talking about the weirdo.
Keith Lee.
He ain't weird.
I like it. Let's try it. 1 through 10.
I remember when he first came out, bro, and he was doing
that
this,
shit.
And I was like, bro, the fact that he's sitting in the car and his hands is sitting in his house.
He would be sitting in his kid's fucking Minnie Mouse chair doing shit too.
I thought he was so strange. Then I found out he was a UFC fighter and be whooping ass.
Yeah.
Like nice.
I mean, he could definitely whoop our asses. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, but he had his deal, and then you feel me, for whatever reason, Dana White cut him.
He was losing. He was like 6-5.
That's not bad
for a UFC fighter. Look at some of these guys' records. Motherfuckers be like 13-1, 13-2.
There's a lot of guys
27-4.
There's a lot of guys who's like 27 and like 7.
That's not bad, 27-7. I mean, they've been in the game a long time.
Yeah.
They've been in the game. That means they're probably champion at one point.
Possibly.
They probably had a couple title fights.
Or probably done had a title fight, but not guaranteed they won.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man.
But anyway, said all that to say.
You could beat my ass.
Keith Lee.
Man.
Keith Lee, hey, brother.
We got the size.
I ain't been in a fist fight in about 10 years. I don't know what I'm capable of.
Hey, I'm
set up grabbing.
we go straight to the ground. And I'm just squeeze him. He's like $150. I got him by about 200.
He look quick though.
He is quick.
And them hands was
it's gonna have to be a sneak attack. I ain't gonna charge him from the front. I'm gonna go
side. Did him chop.
I'm gonna say some food over there and jump his ass. I'm gonna trick him with a food review. Say, review this plate.
I use big nigga tactics for a little nigga. Food over there.
He would say, "Where?" I'm gonna just jump on.
Banana pudding.
But nah, I feel what you're saying. I just feel like if it is true and if it is really, really like that, who knows? Maybe Ernestine sees it and she's like, Skip, give him a call.
Is that what, man?
That's his wife's name, Ernestine.
I thought you was joking.
No. You thought Stephen A was just joking? She got a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's aunt name. So she's old. They old, bro.
Laying in that bed.
Grenadine.
Or it was in that bed like that.
Just laying there. What? What is this?
Looking for a gold. And bro, on top of that, there's only 2 people in the house working. Everybody else is laid up in bed. And they talk about, we so broke. Nigga, it's 8 of us. We all need a job.
And the little kid running around getting chocolate bars with golden tickets and shit.
Bro.
He ain't got no money for this shit.
Found a whole nickel, bro. Granddaddy was like, man, go do something with that. Go do something with that.
Nigga found a nickel. And he said, go treat yourself nice. Get you a little treat. Don't tell nobody though.
He said,
don't tell nobody though. Because they gonna want your nickel.
Bro. You know what? One want the nickel. And 2, they find out you about chocolate. It's over.
It's over. They gonna want the chocolate and they won't kick your ass. But nah, I think they'll patch it up. I think they will patch it eventually. 2024 was a weird, explosive, dramatic, friction, beef riddled year. I think 2025 will be the year of what's it called? Mending relationships. You know what I'm saying? Patching shit up. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be. Because it's ups and downs, peaks and valleys. You know what I'm saying? Like it's only up. Cat Williams set it off to start the year. The year was in piss from January to now. I think 2025 is on the rise. I think people will patch things up.
Bro, that's how I feel even about myself, bro. I feel like this year was the year of structure and like discipline, obedience. Mm-hmm. Next year is the year of execution, domination. Like, bro, going to get it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like every trial, test, everything I went through this year is setting me up, bro, because like, bro, some shit's finna bust wide open. And I had to get ready for it.
Yeah. It could. I mean, and also at the same time, who knows? Aliens could be here. We don't know what the year entails. Okay? We don't know. But I feel like 2025, some things are gonna change. I think we will see people who we thought had tension, beef situations. I think they will patch some things up. I feel like 2025 is going to be the year for that, but could be wrong.
Did he go get parole?
Probably not. And that's all we got on that.
It's almost being time.